Welcome to the Empty Netters podcast. Can you believe what this has become?
There was a full 48 hours where I felt like I was like literally Superman.
Jumbo loves playing Fortnite, so he gets on the sticks.
Did TR show you the sauna cycle, or was that all?
No, I invented that.
Almost a year now that I haven't taken a body check. That's kind of nice.
Finished tonight with some chicken fingers and a few Guinnesses right into you guys.
Yeah.
And that's where this pod came to life.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast, brought to you by BetMGM. I am your host, Dan Powers, and over here on the sticks, his presence is as warm and cozy as the homemade fisherman sweaters his wonderful mother makes. Sean Buffini.
Aw, shucks.
Heard you had some traffic today.
A lot of traffic today.
We hate traffic, but what we don't hate is the man on my left. He puts pins in his designer suits from his favorite childhood stories and video games. Chris Powers.
One of my most endearing qualities, if I may say so myself, as always.
I think it's pretty lame, and every time people go, "What's that pin?" and you go, "It's from The Legend of Zelda."
And
Part of me gets embarrassed for you.
They go, "That is amazing."
People go, no, they always go like this. "Oh, that's so cool," and then they walk away and go, "How old is Chris?" That's what happens every time.
You know what's funny? If I went like this, "Oh, it's this random art piece that I found."
They
would go,
"A man of culture."
"Amazing." And I go, "It's an ocarina, you bitch." And they go, "Fuck you." And I'm like, "Fuck me? Fuck you. Fuck you, dude." That's how it happens. And
Don't let the little kid in you die.
then we
Listen,
go to cocktail hour.
we've got a great episode. We've got hot ice to get into, some stuff going on in the league. You're going to hear from the professors. We're going to do a lot of stuff. So let's just jump on in. Hot ice. We're talking Preds. Can you hear the music, CP? Are the Preds doing something?
The Preds are back.
Will you relax?
The Preds are back.
Will you truly
Preds
relax?
are back.
I specifically pegged this topic to not say the Preds are back. We were saying, are they doing something?
I can hear it.
It's like it's you're in a room in the house and someone's playing music in their bedroom and you can kind of hear it upstairs.
I can hear it.
That's
the Preds
what we're
are back,
saying.
Dan. The Preds are all the way back, and you're telling me you're going to sit over there, and you're going to sit over there, and you're going to tell me that the Preds, who are with a game in hand, in hand against Utah, only 2 points back. Sharks have a game in hand, 1 point up, and then tied with the Kings, ahead of the Ducks, Hawks, Blues, etc. And I'll even go Spunk, Dan, at 50 points, 44 games.
Listen,
You're going to tell me that in a dogfight for two, because they can't get a central spot. They cannot.
they certainly
in
cannot.
a dogfight for 2 spots against the Spunk, the Mammoth, the Sharks, the Kings, and the Ducks, you're telling me that they're not in that conversation?
I'm not saying that, but that's not them being back.
Yes,
it
is.
They
were dead and buried.
They
6
were.
feet under.
They were. Listen, they're clawing. Like, there are scratch marks on the lid of the coffin. There is no doubt about that.
You buried me.
The Preds are I'm alive.
And they're alive, dude. We buried them, and they're alive.
They're 6-4-0 in their last 10 games. 2 straight wins and a big win in OT last night against the Oilers. That's great. 14-7 since the start of December. Also very good. And after very quiet starts and frustrating interviews, Ryan O'Reilly leads the team with 39 points. Friend of the program, Flip Forsberg, has 32. Evangelista and Stammer have 31. Stammer with 20 goals.
Dude.
Stammer flirting with another 40-goal season. The question is, are they too old to keep this up? Is this just a flash in the pan because at the end of the day, they have good players. They have a good coach who they've stuck by, which is very admirable. But is this just hey, we're having some fun in Nashville, but at the end of the day, we're going to fall apart?
No. And the reason is age is just a number. And the reason is they started the year pretty good. People forget that because then they went on that another putrid run. But they started the year and they were beating teams and they were competitive and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, this is what I thought Nashville was." Which was only, by the way, and no, not revisionist
I'm a little
history.
bit on they started. I don't think you're allowed to have like 6 good games and call that a good start.
But when you were horrible last year,
They were bad.
and it seemed like you were the same team,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, this is more what they look like." And to not be a revisionist historian,
Yeah.
I certainly, and I think you two 2 years ago, or I should say going into last year, we weren't like, the Preds are a wild card team. We were like, the Preds are going to be sick because they made all the moves.
I mean, holy moly.
So I'm not
totally.
trying to be like, I always knew they were only a wild card team, but they are only a wild card team, and that's what they are now, or they're in that realm. You know,
They're in that realm. I am not going to say that they are back, but the Preds deserve a nice little stroke off here on the show. We haven't really talked about the Preds in a long time, but ultimately in the last month and a half, they've been playing good hockey. They've been playing really good hockey. Again, big win against a red-hot Connor McDavid Oilers team.
Yep.
So they can't be ignored anymore.
Yes.
The Preds are not an easy win anymore.
oh, dude, if you walk into Nashville thinking you're gonna go to Jason Aldean's,
Already relaxed.
Jason
I can
Aldean's,
already
have some beers, listen to some honky tonk, take 2 points, and kick your butt down the road. You got another thing coming. You're gonna have Steven Stamkos' hat trick down your fucking throat before you can blink, dude. Enjoy the tunes because that's the only dancing you're gonna be doing.
You're already too horny.
Preds are back.
No, you're already too horny. This is a classic jinx. This is a classic empty netters jinx.
Here comes the 0-8.
Yeah, here comes 5 straight losses for I think I need to see. Listen, this has been a good month and a half. I need to see in the next 10. Yeah, let's call it the next 10. They're through what, 45 games, 46 games. Through in the net 46 games. In the next 10, at game 56, they got to be above 500 in those 10 games. And if not, I think that this is a classic case of an old dog starts running a little quicker in the yard. He chases after that tennis ball a little bit faster, but he's still going to bed way too early and he can't keep up with the young pups.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We will see. And I'm ready.
2 wins in a row. Talking about streakers.
Mm-hmm.
We're going streaking. We're going up to the quad and out by the gymnasium.
Yeah. Everybody's coming.
Got a couple teams we're going to talk about who are streaking right now. The Bolts have won 11 straight games. They've got a 2-point cushion and 2 games in hand over the Habs, who are behind them in the Atlantic. Cooch sealed the deal last night against Pittsburgh with a real cheeky shootout move. Just like a quick shot from between the leg, or not between the legs, like right in front of him, tucked it under the arm. Cooch is unbelievable. Point is day to day. Hedman is on the IR. Like, this team is pretty banged up. I don't think people are really acknowledging what's going on. The Bolts, top of the Atlantic, like I just said, 11 straight wins. McDonough and Hedman on the IR. Braden Point, one of their star forwards who's been off and on all year, he is day to day, and they are still getting these monster wins. Here's a serious question. Are the Bolts the best team in the East, or do we still need more evidence that they're not going to be so hot and cold like they've been all year?
The Bolts are the best team in the East.
They keep winning tons of games in a row, and then they lose tons of games in a row. Is this going to continue, or are they right about to lose 5 straight?
Even if they do, I don't care. Even if they do, I do not care. And also, people forget that they, and we picked them. We wore clown noses for this.
Yeah.
But they were incredible at the end of last year and ran into the juggernaut that was that was the Stanley Cup champs and your in-state rival, which is just extra juice. Like, even if the Panthers weren't as good as they are, it's just like a tough series. And since the Panthers handled their business, it started all this like, oh, should Cooper get fired? And like, were the Bolts actually not that good? And I was like, no, they actually were. That was a Colorado-Dallas first-round situation. Someone had to go home, unfortunately. That should have been the Eastern Conference Finals. So the Bolts are a fucking crab wagoon.
They are potentially a crab wagoon, and there's a few things that I want to bring up. Number one, they with 2 games in hand on Carolina as well, they are officially more points than Carolina for the first time in a bit here in this season. The Bolts are the top team in the East. Kucherov has 67 points. We keep talking about Nate and Connor. Are they in the 80s now? Like, look up the top stats in the league right now. I think they're probably in the 80s. They were both tied at 78 when we did our episode at the top of the week. I'm sure Connor, he's
David 82, McKinnon 81.
Yeah, 82, 81. But Cooch just right there yet again, 67 points. Gensel and Hagel, 47 and 41. And the guy I brought up when we were talking Team Canada, Darren Radish. 39 points from the blue line on this team with Hedman and McDonough out. Like, he has been so fantastic for this team. But the big one for me is it feels like we have playoff Vasi back.
That can change everything.
And I keep saying, I keep telling people, when you look at the standings and you see in the wild card race, Florida is 6th in the wild card with 51 points, and the Leafs have the second wild card with 53 points. And Florida has a game in hand right there. Florida is just, they're doing everything right.
Yes.
Florida is, all they had to do was survive. Survive until game 65, and then you get your guys back, and everything changes. And again, if Tampa is top of the East and Florida gets the second wild card, that is hysterical.
Dan.
It is utterly hysterical. So I'm not sitting here ready to tell Bolts fans that you are the best team in the East. It's Florida is the monster under your bed just waiting for its opportunity. I need everyone to remember that Florida is doing exactly what they want to do.
And they're the ultimate wild card this year. I don't even mean literally in the standings. I mean
like literally and figuratively.
Because anything could happen. Because Tkachuk could come back and get a knock again, or someone else could get hurt.
Because
anything could go wrong, but anything can go right as well.
I need you all to remember, folks, that the Florida Panthers are, with a game in hand, 2 points out of a wild card spot. And on their injured list is Matthew Tkachuk, Alexander Barkov, Dmitry Kulikov, Jonah Gadjevich, Cole Schwindt, Thomas Nosek, Seth Jones, Brad Marchand. All incredibly important players to that team. And I genuinely think all of them, including Barkov, could be back at the end of this season and into playoffs. So fear the Panthers still, but Tampa is a very, very good team. And this is exciting stuff for Tampa because that's just an awesome fan base, an awesome team with awesome guys. I love it.
11 wins in a row. The record is 17. Okay.
In the NHL?
Yep.
Or fucking rights.
Oilers did 16 a couple years ago.
What is Tampa's longest win streak? Because I wonder if it's this.
Tampa Bay.
17 wins in a row is the longest win streak in NHL history?
Yes.
That can't be true. Sean, will you look that up? Longest
I
win streak in NHL history.
I assure you it's right. The longest win streak in Tampa Bay franchise history is right now.
11. That's
11.
Hey,
tied from the previous record of 2019-2020 when they.
So we have the longest winning streak in NHL history belongs to the 1992-1993 Pittsburgh Penguins, who won 17 consecutive regular season games.
Hey, good job.
So Oilers did 16 a couple years ago, got close. Tampa has tied their record from the year they won 1 million games. Can I give you their next games, Dan?
Please.
To break their franchise record this Friday against the Blues on the road. Check.
Yeah.
Then they play the Stars on the road. Very tough game. Okay?
Very tough game.
But then, Dan, Sharks, Hawks, Blue Jackets, Mammoth, Jets.
Sharkies are not an easy win. Hawks with Bedard back, not an easy win. Blue Jackets, I'm sorry. That should be a win. Who is the next one?
Mammoth. Mammoth, Jets at home, Sharks at home.
Not an easy win. Jets are kind of buzzing again.
Yep.
This is going to be tough.
Oh, of course it's going to be tough, but I'm just saying this could have been...
Yeah.
Juggernauts.
Juggernauts.
Like if I'm like, oh, dude, the record, if you get through that Stars game, if you beat the Blues, set your franchise record, and then if you get through the Stars to complete this road trip, then we're in record watch. Then we're in Penguins watch.
All right, let's get back into streakers. The Golden Knights, 4 straight wins after a bit of a tough stretch here because they're 5-3-2 in their last 10. So these 4 have been important. They sit atop the Pacific, tied with the Oilers, but with 3 games in hand. What is the deal? What's the deal
with airline food
with the Pacific and this Golden Knights team? And also airline food. Do we think it's getting better? Do we think it's getting worse?
It's not served enough. It's not served enough.
Save it for Not Ice. We're not talking about airline food. We're talking about the Vegas Golden Knights. What is the deal with the Pacific? And also, do you believe in the Vegas Golden Knights? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not entirely sure. I am not sure I believe in this Vegas Golden Knights team.
Here's the only reason I kind of do. The Vegas Golden Knights have got to be the weirdest franchise I've ever seen in my life.
They are so confusing. It's truly the most difficult thing for my brain to process.
They are cutthroat in ways that many pro sports teams are not, where they're like, okay, good day, we are here to win cups. I don't have any loyalty to anybody. Yet they have pretty much never produced a really dominant regular season team. Someone check me on that, but I'm like, I can't recall the Knights ever being like, oh, wow, you had 1 billion points and dominated the regular season. They do for stretches, but they obviously stumble for stretches too. And they have never really produced a dominant regular season point guy. Obviously, I think Jack is one of the best players in the league, but that's just not what he does. Yeah. And yet they go to cups, they win cups, and even when they've been knocked out, they've been a favorite pick and threat. You know, like they're you don't look at them being like, oh my God, the 23 Bruins, holy shit. You're just like, oh, there's Vegas. Are they going to win? And you're like, yeah, probably.
Maybe.
And so right now I look at them and I'm like, you stink. But I'm like, well, actually, are they my pick to win?
Well, you know what's interesting about that? What you just said, Jack Eichel and Mark Stone are both significantly above point per game, playing phenomenally. Mitch Marner, above point per game, playing phenomenally. And then you look down their roster, everyone is playing really well. Tomas Hertl playing
he's having a great year.
Having a great year. Skorofiev, great. His cooled down on the goals, but playing well. Barbie playing well. Theodore Hannafin playing well. Like, the team's playing really well. To me, it's all the goaltending. Like, they have just done so many things that are working, aren't working. You wonder about Hill. Like, is he coming back? Is he going to play? But I think the Vegas Golden Knights last year, they would be very upset with how their season ended, as they should be. They've got so many guys who are hurt right now in guys like McNabb, Saad, and Carlson. We've talked about Petro. He's not coming back this year. Hill is out. Hart is now out.
Yep.
So,
and wasn't playing that well.
It does feel like Vegas is genuinely like one thing away from being like, they're very, very, very complete.
Oh, okay. But also, would you say one thing away from being like, oh, wait, you're in trouble?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, unless it's another goalie injury.
Yeah.
Like if Kira Schmid gets hurt, then I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. But, I don't know. I just think.
No, the Pacific's crazy, dude. The Pacific is weak in that I think the Oilers are worse than they've been. I think the Kings are worse than they've been. I think Vegas is kind of what they've been.
Yep.
Which is good, but
not good enough.
Yeah, right. To be completely fair, over the last few years, not good enough.
Not good enough. Since the Cup, they've not been good enough.
You know, so I'm like,
and that's on a scale, like, they're obviously very, very good. But
the only hope for the Pacific is what we keep saying, which is that the Central beats each other's brains in, and then limps into the conference finals, and the Oilers beat them and go like this.
Great call.
Here we go.
Perfect transition, Chris. We're going to talk some burning boats here. Teams that need to burn the boats. Our pal Frank Saravelli recently said it's a burn the boats type of year again for the Edmonton Oilers, in that they need to make big moves to make their team better. I completely agree with him. As I have said, I think this is probably, I've kind of been all over the Oilers this year, calling the date of Connor's extension and then telling Oilers fans to just calma, remain calm, woosah. Everything is fine in oil country. Here they are, tied in points at the top of the Pacific. There was never a need to worry. Connor and Leon are doing their thing,
and it got dark, by the way. People, even we, were like, maybe some worry. We had one episode where we said some worries, and then Whit on Chicklets was like, we might not be very good. And so now here you are, same fucking team.
Yep, but I as we say all the time, and yes, it has gotten you to 2 straight Stanley Cups, but when you just look at the drop-off of Connor McDavid with 82 points, Leon with 67, Bouchard with his 46, and then it drops to Nuge with 37. This is the same old story where you're like, you would feel as though you are the definition of insanity to think that this model is going to work. So when we talk about burn the boats, we don't need to spend too much time on what the Oilers need to do. I think goaltending remains a massive question mark, but I don't know if there's another goalie move that you can make, regardless of what's going on. I think this team needs to focus on, like, get a defensive third-line center. You don't need more scoring. Go get defense. Bolster your defensive blue line and bolster your defensive centers down the middle of the ice. I think that could work. But the big question I wanted, because we all know that this is another year for Edmonton where you've got Connor and Leon and Bouch in their prime. It is win now time. You've been to 2 straight cups. Win now. My question is, we talk about trades all the time, and I love this topic of burn the boats, as in, like I said before, make big fucking moves to win a cup. We talked about Detroit last episode. They got to make a move. But I don't know that move is necessarily to win a cup. I think Detroit's move is, you're a fucking playoff team now.
Yep.
Get your ass in the playoffs. I want to talk about what teams do you think right now in the league are in burn the boats territory, in that you have a chance right now to win or go to a Stanley Cup. You better be lighting those boats on fire.
And is part of that conversation that they also need a big move?
I think teams could always use a move.
Yes, a move. But I think a burning boat.
Well, why don't you fucking answer my question? Sorry, couldn't even keep that fake intensity. But why don't you answer my goddamn question, and I will answer what questions you have in that answer.
Okay, so here's what I was asking. Colorado Avalanche literally have to win a cup this year, or you're a fucking joke anyway.
So it's burn the boats.
Right, but I'm saying they could literally do nothing and happily be the heavy favorite and should win, even if every other team in the NHL did a massive burning boat move. The Avs could go like this, cool.
But don't you fear that?
No. I'm
okay. Let me give you a scenario, right? Colorado's been great for the last few years, and every first round exit they've had, they've been like, that was embarrassing.
Yep.
So while they are a weapon of a team, we just saw Boston break the record and lose in the first round. So it's not impossible. You might be gassing it too early. So I don't think that they can afford, Chris, to do nothing and then lose in the first or second or third round and go, wasn't our year. Because I would go like this. You did nothing.
Yep.
So they've got to do something. We keep hearing Panarin rumors with this team.
I know.
And I'm like, fucking do it.
Oh, yeah. Like, no, so I'm in support of them making a move. I'm just saying, if they don't, I wouldn't care at all if I was an Avs fan. And if they lose, it's a risk because now you're humiliated. But I'm like, this team, as currently constructed, can easily win the Stanley Cup against any move that another team.
I don't disagree with you, but I am looking at that Boston team again. And don't forget, Boston went out and they got Orlov, Hathaway, and Bertuzzi.
Yep.
And they still lost.
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't you fucking dare do nothing. Don't you dare.
Or don't change it up. Like Boston went like this. We have something that's incredible.
But they did it and then got even better. Like with those guys, they were buzzing through the end of the season.
Yep.
So I don't think that's, you could make that argument of like,
I'm certainly not blaming their playoff. I'm blaming their playoff loss too.
You hate Tyler Bertuzzi and Dmitry Orlov and Garnet Hathaway.
God,
a friend of the program, Garnet Hathaway.
Oh wow, I had a dream about Garnet Hathaway last night. That's crazy that you just said that. Not that kind of dream, Garnsey. Fuck. It was
pretty weird, dude.
Bertuzzi was so fucking nails in those playoffs too.
Oh, he was fantastic.
I was like, God, dude, keep this guy, please. Yeah. Okay, so Colorado. No, because of my opinion.
Sure.
Dallas, yes.
Burn the boats.
Dude, yes. Like, fucking figure it the fuck out, bro. Because, and then they're another one where I always say their roster is insane. They don't need anything. They're spoiled for riches. But I'm like, you got to fucking win.
You almost feel bad with Dallas because Colorado exists.
Yeah.
I'm like, but it's like, this is, it's the reality. And, to go back to Colorado, Nate is in his prime. Kale's in his prime. I think you've got Natchez is in his prime. I was like, who am I trying to think of? Natchez is in his prime. There's a lot of young players, but then you've also got guys like Brock Nelson, who's incredibly valuable to this team. Let's be real. Brent Burns has been phenomenal this year for this team, and Brent Burns might retire at the end of this year. So yeah, it is a little bit of like, you gotta make something happen here. Dallas is kind of similar. Like I look at how insanely valuable Matt Duchene is to this roster. Jamie Benn has been in and out of the lineup. Sags is done for the year. Yeah. But you're spoiled with riches of young players as well. But at the same time, it's like big important pieces are on their last leg. So I'm totally with you. I think Dallas is a burn the boats team. My big one is the team we talked about earlier, Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I think Tampa Bay is absolutely in burn the boats territory. When you look at Cooch, who's in his 30s, Hedman, who's in his 30s, McDonough, hopefully he comes back like in his 30s. Vasi, like this team is still so good. Cooper is still such a good coach, but we keep talking about the shift in the Atlantic. There was a chance that Tampa might be one of those teams that
I wasn't
fell.
about to agree with you, but
Now
right.
they're at the top, but they've got very important guys who are older. I think this is especially when you look at the East, with Florida being hurt, even though we talk about them being this lurking team, if you're Tampa Bay, I am heavy looking at them as guys, this might be your last year. This might be your last fantastic opportunity for a path to the Stanley Cup. And who knows? Like you said, even if it's Colorado, they might have to fight through fucking World War I trenches to get there, and they might be so goddamn tired. But if you're Tampa, I am fucking setting fire to the entire fleet.
Yeah.
Because this is like guys, make a big fucking move.
Canes for me too.
I agree. Canes are tough because they're so well constructed with contracts, with youth, and there's a part of me that's like, dude, they are going to be this for so many fucking years, and I also just have no idea what's happening in net. Like, is Bussy the guy? Is Freddie going to come back as the backup? I don't know. But I agree. They, for the same exact reason, the path is there.
Yes, and Dan, it goes.
If you don't get to the Stanley Cup as the Carolina Hurricanes this year, I do not talk about this every year. How does Rod Brind'Amour have a job?
After the last few years, and then the offseason you had this year.
Yeah.
When everybody went, oh, the Canes dominated the offseason. Finally, this is different. If this all leads to the same exact thing, and you do nothing, to your Colorado point, then you are a moron.
Correct. Quick topic. Wanted to talk about a potential new Mr. America. Patrick Kane is 4 points away from passing Mike Modano to become the highest scoring American-born player of all time in NHL history. Will cement him as the greatest American ever, even though we feel like he already is. I think Patrick Kane is the best American-born NHL player. Would you agree?
I think so. I think Modano is underappreciated in a way.
I completely agree. People forget how good he was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Mike Modano was fucking insanely good at hockey.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to limit it to just forwards, but I also think Chris Chelios has something to say about it when you look back at actual stats and accomplishments for in that conversation. But Kaner has been a joy to watch and really took the reins of kind of like the new wave of American players.
I think he might actually be 3 points away now.
Oh, sick. Even better.
Even better. This is amazing.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there was that epic era of American-born guys, of I'm going to forget guys, but like the Modano, Chelios, JR, Keith Tkachuk, like that whole run was unreal. And then Kane became like, think about the 2010 Olympic team, you know, and the 2014 team. It's like, when I'm thinking about that era of American guys, I am like, it's Patrick Kane.
Yeah.
Is like fucking the guy. And he's become the bridge to this new era, which I think will absolutely be in the conversation of taking this title from him.
Sure.
Right? Like the Nicola Matthews and blah, blah, blah. But it's, how sick was he, dude, to watch that, like to really own his generation.
No question about it. I mean, to me, it is like, I think about the things that he has done, the cups that he has won, the MVP that he won. Patrick Kane had moments in his career where he was the best player in the league with insane talent, with guys like Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin in the league. So to me, I mean, Madonna, and like I don't even know what we say about Hully. Like, people talk about Brett Hull like he was.
Sorry, that's another great one. Yeah,
but like, is Brett? That's why it's American born. Like, Brett Hull was born in Canada.
Yeah,
and so it's like people always are unsure about that stat. But I think about American born, whatever you want to call it. Patrick Kane is just like, he is the best player.
Yeah,
and there was a time. It's got me thinking. There was a time where everyone kind of was like, well, until Austin Matthews takes it over from him. Do you feel that way anymore?
I don't. Patrick Kane was, I guess I'm just checking. He only had 2, which is kind of surprising. He only had 200-point seasons. And Matthews, like, that's kind of my knock sometimes on Matthews, where I'm like, where's your 130-point season? You know, because he doesn't have the assists usually to go with it. But I still believe in Austin Matthews. I still believe in Harvey Dent. I know it's been a rough season and he's had some tough sledding, but dude, and even if it's not for fucking Toronto, but like he is an unbelievable talent.
He sure is.
And with longevity, because
Absolutely.
Patrick Kane is fucking 37 years old and still playing great. So
Yeah.
with longevity, which is always the thing, even with the Gretzky record, you know, Ovi still playing. Like I think Matthews has a chance to literally break that record, but he needs to play this long.
Yeah.
So he would need that, but I am like, Austin Matthews is one of the all-time greats and will make a run at this. I'm still in that boat.
No doubt. It's he is an immense talent. There's no doubt about it. But I do find it interesting, right? We just rostered Team USA for the Olympics. Let's not even get into the fact that what we're talking about Patrick Kane, and we just got robbed of so many Olympics with him. It's so annoying. But we talk about Austin Matthews maybe being the next one, but then when we look at Team USA, I literally had him as a sub.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. That was awesome.
And I'm Chris, I'm not the only one. So it's crazy when we talk about how good USA hockey is getting and how great it has become, and the fact that we have this team that, you know, regardless of the bad roster decisions, in my opinion, this is a team that can and should and hopefully will compete with Canada. But when you look at just like the top guys in the league, we don't have a Patrick Kane at the moment because Austin Matthews isn't it right now. He has been in the past, but he isn't it right now. There's no U.S. player right now that is definitely a lock for like 100, 120 points.
That's correct, and that was a really cool point you brought up. Where
It's
you're like, he was like, if I'm thinking, and I was just asking ChatGPT who had more points by age 28, Matthews or Patrick Kane. Okay, Matthews had 760. I love how ChatGPT goes 760 or 761. And I'm like, which is it?
Yeah.
That's insane. And then Kane had 631. So Matthews on pace.
Yes.
Like to finish with
Definitely.
more points. After a couple seasons where we're like, oh, he's not really doing it. And I'm like, well, even his not really doing it is on pace to have more.
Yep.
But Austin Matthews isn't really ever going to be my actually, I think I did this year, but I was going to say, isn't normally my pick to be MVP. Right, where Kane, there was that stretch where you're like, he could win an MVP at any moment. The only way Matthews wins an MVP is if he pops off a 70 goal season.
Yeah.
And Kane could do it without doing that.
And like that's it, and that's interesting. And you know, like Austin right now in 40 games has 37 points.
Yeah.
So it's just why I bring it up. When you look at the league right now, Jason Robertson continues to lead U.S. players with 55 in 47. That's a 100-point pace season. Kyle Connor 54 and 45. That's like teetering right on 100 points. And then I think Zach Werenski is next with 50 and 42.
Sick.
And like Zach Werenski is potentially about to have a 100-point season. Like that's what's happening right now.
Awesome.
But isn't it interesting? Like Boldy right after that is 50 and 47. Those are the top U.S. performers.
Yeah.
And when we talk about like the greatest American player, like when you name those names, are they going to be in the conversation? Like Jason Robertson, is he in the conversation? Like it's crazy. Like there was a time where people were like the best 3 players in the National Hockey League are Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, and Austin Matthews.
Yeah.
That has not been the case for 3 years now.
Yeah, because first of all, it was massive Cooch erasure,
Yes.
and then second of all,
Correct.
he has stumbled a little bit from that pedestal.
It's interesting. Before we move on, just want to give a quick shout out to the Anaheim Ducks. Duckies invited us down to Anaheim last night. We smashed the take flight button. Got to hang out with Will Levis. That was sick.
That was extremely sick.
But just had an amazing time at Honda. So much fun. Helped the Duckies get out of their little skid. Big 3-1 win over a great Dallas Stars team. Chris Kreider goal, obviously. Every time we're there, the Ducks win and Kreider scores.
Yep.
Some are saying we have to go to every game.
I'm not saying we broke the losing streak ourselves, but I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that either.
And how's your hand?
Genuinely, I thought I broke that button.
We hit the button too hard.
I hit the button so hard. I don't know what I was doing.
And then I sandwiched you.
Yeah, you
So
did.
then
I
it was-
got it on both sides.
Yeah.
But just want to give massive love and shout outs to all the Ducks fans, specifically to Sammy Glanz, our friend at the Anaheim Ducks. Set us up. She's the best. It was so much fun.
Impact Club, unreal.
Oh my God. The food down in the Impact.
Everybody was so nice too.
Saw Timu. That was great.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
incredible. So yeah, hell of a night in Anaheim. Cannot wait to go back.
Cannot wait. Let's take a quick ad break and then jump on back in.
My favorite BetMGM promotion that you are simply missing out on is the Hat Trick Jackpot, and I don't know why. I don't know why you're missing it. I tell you all the time. I tell you all the time to do it, and you don't listen, and I just want you to play because it's so much fun. It is the coolest thing because hockey is in full swing, and you have your chance to win up to 10 Gs in bonus bets. What? What? Need I say more? All you have to do is log into your BetMGM account, and you place a wager on an anytime goal scorer. So then if that player scores, you win. Great job, great bet, great minds. Saturday Selly, how are you? Cash that baby. If your player scores 3 or more goals during that game, you win your bet and you win a share of 10 Gs in bonus bets. That is ridiculous, and that is the Hat Trick Jackpot. Okay, so if you haven't joined the BetMGM family yet, download the app right now and use promo code NETTERS. That's NETTERS when you sign up, and you can enjoy up to $1,500 in a new player offer on your first wager. So there's a lot of good things happening for you. New player offers, Hat Trick Jackpot. You got to get in on this action. Use that promo code NETTERS and make it legendary. Welcome back to class. Class is in session. Daniel.
Dear me.
And gentlemen, let us recap the Live on a Beach mega parlay.
We did quite well.
Because gentlemen, I feel we are back in a delightful way.
I think we're getting closer every single time. This one felt great to start early. I think we might hit this
And
one.
if you recall, Professor Feeney, we finished the mega parlay and you said this will go horribly.
Yeah, but
And-
I'm always wrong.
And you
so-
are always wrong, so we
It's
need
terrible.
more of that. Feeney, we need more of that. Recapping the mega parlay. Bruins, yes. Pens, no. Avs, yes. Sharks, yes. Sabres, yes. Excellent pick, Daniel. Leafs, yes. Habs, no. Cats, yes. Bolts, yes. And here I really thought, at this point, I was something special.
I'm telling you, we were close. We were on it. We were on it.
Spunk, no. Preds, no. Wild, no. Kings, yes. Knights, yes. 9-5, gentlemen. 9-5.
I think it might be the best we've ever done.
It might be, Daniel, and we could always
We can
do worse.
always do worse. People forget that. People forget that we can always do worse.
Always do worse, but that was quite well done. Life on the line parlay. We could always do better.
Another 2-2. I don't understand how the life on the line should be the 4 we're most confident in, and we can just
want to
continue to be 2-2. The Knights won, the Preds lost, the Avs won, the Oilers lost to the Kings. Their
In a
child,
shootout.
their son. That's a game that they should always win, but well done, Kings.
So, that brings us
To our victories.
to our victories. To the Friday fade. Quite literally the most automatic bet in the NHL sphere, the NHL landscape. The Friday fade. We find a team that surely cannot win, and they do win every single time. Last week, welcome back, Professors, we gave you the Jets, because the Jets are horrible, and they can't win. They could never win a hockey game. But yet they play the Kings and absolutely ragdoll them.
So we fade the Kings, and the Jets win.
Ping!
So
Congrats, enjoy your money.
this Friday, we have the Sharks at Detroit. We have the Panthers at Carolina. We have the Bolts at St. Louis, the Preds at Colorado, and the Ducks at Los Angeles. I don't feel as though there are that many obvious fades,
It's interesting,
with the
Daniel,
exception
because-
of maybe a couple.
Well, there are two, but they both come with caveats.
Let's hear
Remember when we tried to fade earlier, but then we burned and learned because of the split?
Correct.
Recall the caveats.
Absolutely correct.
So normally I want to say Bolts at Blues is a clear Friday fade, and we take the Blues.
Indeed.
However, the Bolts are 1 win away from their franchise record, streaking. And I fear that the streak defeats the fade. How do you feel about that?
I'm not entirely sure that we can say that.
Oh, interesting,
So
interesting, Daniel.
We must keep them in the running.
Righto, cheerio.
Now, the Ducks at Kings. Ducks are struggling. There's no fade.
There's no fade. It's
There's
a
no
wash.
fade. It's a
wash.
rivalry game.
Tough game.
Now, the Preds at Avs.
Preds at Avs is another clear.
The Avalanche are the best team in the league, but the Preds have been fantastic. They've been fantastic.
Which makes them normally would make them unavailable for a fade.
Panthers at the Canes.
Wash.
We're throwing that out. Absolute wash. Sharks at the Wings. Those are both playoff teams.
Feels like a wash.
I think, realistically, it's the Bolts at the Blues or the Preds at the Avs. That is the only discussion we have here. And to be perfectly honest, the Blues have been terrible all season long.
They've been horrible.
And the Bolts are a very good team. We just said that they might be the second best team in the league at standing. And I think with the streak on the line, it feels like that is the obvious win. The Bolts
Surely
are
the
obviously
Bolts
winning.
would not wreck their franchise record streak against the Blues. Surely.
Therefore, we must fade the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we're taking the Blues at home.
Blues at home play party poopers to break the streak.
Streak
And
breakers.
complete the fade.
Fade winners. We're taking the St. Louis Blues against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, our Saturday Selly somehow... Nate didn't score again. This is completely your fault.
Professor,
It is completely your
I
fault.
must disagree.
You were adamant on this discussion.
I wanted Connor, and he
You
did score. He
are
did
a
score,
fool.
and I bet all three. And I knew he would score.
Absolute fool. This is completely your fault.
Nathan failed us. It happens. We said Connor. We said Sid. We said Nate. It was really Connor. It was always Connor. So Daniel McDavid, and you know I don't like a road Selly. I do not care
you
for
don't.
a road
Never
Selly.
have. You never have.
However, the Oilers are on the road against the lowly Canucks. McDavid has 24 goals in 42 career games, and Draisaitl has 29 goals in 50 career games against the Canucks, both appealing to me.
Very.
Okay? However, we have Eichel. I actually think maybe... Eichel at home. Eichel at home versus the Preds. 7 goals in 16 career games. Back to Sid against the Blue Jackets. 24 goals in 48 games. And then, of course, you have the Leafs who have been hot. Those are intriguing Saturday Sallies to me.
Absolutely not with Eichel. He might score, but...
Too risky.
Too risky. We're not doing it. I can't believe you didn't say Tage Thompson.
Tage is interesting.
Tage Thompson. The Buffaloes have been red hot. He's at home.
They're at home, the Wild, though, against the Great Wall.
It's the Great
difficult
Wall.
to score against the Great Wall.
I do not love that. Now, I can't believe you didn't say Kyle Connor.
Kyle Connor, who does he have? The Leafs. Leafs are hot. Leafs hot.
Leafs, well, they did just get the absolute doors
Tallywhacked.
The doors were blown off the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, I like Leon. I like Leon quite a lot.
Oh, interesting.
In fact, I'd like to stop right there.
Discussion, gavel slams.
The Vancouver Canucks, it is a road game for the Edmonton Oilers, but they've been playing quite well. Leon is just a one-time machine. He's a power play machine. I don't see Edmonton slipping against Vancouver, and I feel like Leon is poised for a Saturday
Power
goal.
play, half wall.
Saturday
one team.
Selly, Leon Draisaitl against Vancouver Canucks.
Cash
it done.
That brings us to our Sunday hat-trick parlay. Daniel, there are 3 games to choose from. Bolts at Stars, brutal game. Sens at Wings, interesting. Blues at Oilers, interesting.
Sends at Wings, absolutely no question.
Wings money line.
Wings money line. Under. I would like Alex DeBrincat point.
Oh, Daniel, Professor, talk dirty to me, why don't you?
Yes, sir.
Alex DeBrincat has come on like a house on fire.
He's a perfect hockey
He's a
player.
perfect hockey player. He deserved national team recognition. He did not get
Absolutely.
it. He will get Sunday hat-trick parlay recognition. 3 legs, Wings money line, under, and the DeBrincat point. Take that, put that in your pipe, and smoke it.
By the chimney, enjoy yourself with that lock of a Sunday hat-trick parlay.
Incredible. So that brings us, gentlemen, to the Saturday mega parlay.
Dear sweet Lord.
Live on a beach. One time, please. Use the momentum, as they say. use the momentum from a 9-5 to bring you all the way to a perfect ticket. A Charlie, what's his name in the chocolate factory?
Charlie
Bucket.
Bucket.
You fucking
Charlie
twat.
Bucket. Perfect golden ticket.
He's a national hero.
He is a treasure. He is an absolute treasure. And he was kidnapped, I fear. He was kidnapped by Sir Wonka. Sir Wonka should be knighted, now that I say that out loud. He should be knighted.
Absolutely correct.
Saturday Mega Parlay. Daniel, we'll start with you. Wild at Sabres.
Sabres.
Christopher, Rags at Flyers. I will take the Flyers. Professor Feeney, Isles at Flames.
Definitely the Isles.
Yes,
well
sir.
done, well done.
Daniel, Spunk at Mammoth.
I've learned to never pick against the Mammoth. I will take the Mammoth.
Smart. Well done.
I was
Well
going
done.
the other way.
Well done, Christopher. Habs at Sens. Habs in a dog walking. Professor Feeney. Canes at Devils.
Devils.
Devils, yes. Daniel. Jackets at Pens.
Fucking hell, Sean. The Pens.
The Pens. Christopher. Cats at Caps. Interesting Caps. Thank you, sir. Professor Feeney. Leafs at Jets.
Jets.
Yes, Feeney. Feeney is feeling it. Daniel. Bruins at Hawks.
I will take Jeremy Swayman and the Boston Bruins.
Yes, sir. Christopher. Oil at Canucks. Oilers. Next question. Feeney. Preds at Knights.
Knights.
Yes. And Daniel. Kings at Ducks.
The Kings burned me last
They
week.
surely did, Daniel. They surely did. And we just took flight, in fact. We did take flight.
We might have gotten the Ducks back on track.
Yes, sir.
I'll take the Ducks.
The Ducklings. Live on a beach, gentlemen. Sabres, Flyers, Isles, Mammoth, Habs, Devils, Pens, Caps, Jets, Bruins, Oilers, Knights, and Ducklings.
Fucking Professor Feeney taking
The Devils.
They're
It's
due.
inspired.
They're
Devils over
due
the
for a
Canes.
win.
It's inspired. Now, boys, the life on the line parlay. Get your act together. Get your act together. Get your act together. This is the one we're supposed to win. Would you like to lead?
I would not.
Surely I will lead.
I feel as though, perhaps
Hey, we mix it up.
the last
Mix it
several
up.
times, maybe we trade off.
Interesting trade.
I'll go, then you go.
Yes, Daniel. Yes.
So I feel like a fucking idiot because one of mine is against what Sean just said.
It doesn't
which
matter.
Feels like
It does
a
not
massive
matter.
mistake.
The life on the beach is different than life on the line.
That's
Do you want
true.
me to change the
No,
Canes?
no,
Do you
no,
want me to change the Canes?
no, Smee.
No.
No.
For my first. Collapse in the Senate. And a loss, you can pen it. As the Habs take a trip to their neighbors. Beating a friendly foe always makes a good show, and this one shouldn't take too much labor. The Brady Bunch on the rocks, which has been quite a shock. Many thought that this was their year. With young Fowler in net, it must be a safe bet that the Habs should be in the clear. Habs, money line.
Excellent pick. Excellent pick. On the road, Daniel. My first leg. The Islanders are suddenly vicious with their rookie sensation, Matthew Schaefer. A win on Saturday will be more delicious than a Kit Kat with its crispy wafer. Isles money line.
Those are quite nice.
That's delicious. It makes the bar, to be
Quite
honest with you.
nice.
It makes the bar.
Quite nice.
Leg number 3, Daniel.
This is my
Yes, sir.
This is my turn. I feel as though you could have done a Cadbury timeout to be more English
correct.
appropriate.
That's well, I am a Brit who loves a Kit Kat.
Yeah. They're popular there as well. Now this is where I contradict Professor Feeney, and I feel so sorry. But will Slavin even play? There are some who might say that the Canes are playing it safe. Is Dougie on the way out? There can be no doubt that in Fitz, fans are starting to lose faith. The Devils can't be this bad. So much promise they had. But at some point, you have to admit, the Canes are a beast. Perhaps the best in the East. Perhaps it's just time to say, well, shit. Canes
Money line. And the final leg of the parlay. These days the Canucks must be faded, so an Oilers win shall be determined. Because even if they stop McDavid, they will never stop the German. Oilers money line and throw in a Draisaitl goal, why don't you?
Oh, for the love of Christ. Well, that is it for the professors. There are all of your picks.
Islanders, Habs, Oilers, Canes, life on the line.
Life on the line parlay. Take everything else, put it into your BetMGM app. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend of great, great hockey gambling.
And let's take an ad break.
This episode of the Empty Netters podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. It's a new year, but that doesn't mean it's time for a new you. It's maybe just time for an unburdened you, and BetterHelp can do everything for you in that area. Let's just figure out a way to make life a little simpler, and you can get matched with some of these amazing licensed therapists that BetterHelp has. With over 12 years of industry experience, they're doing such good work with their industry-leading match fulfillment, which means they get it right pretty much every time on the first time. You do a nice questionnaire answering all these questions to figure out the best ways to serve you and your needs. BetterHelp is a great online therapy session to help you deal with the issues in your life. I myself always am struggling with how much work we have, so many things going on, and I find myself way too often too stressed with dealing with all of the things, all of the balls that I'm juggling and the plates that I'm spinning. And BetterHelp has done a remarkable job in helping me learn to de-stress and not take on all those things at once. They've got so many great therapists with serving over 5 million people globally. It's truly unbelievable. Over 30,000 therapists on this platform. BetterHelp is one of the world's largest online therapy platforms. You don't need to worry about finding a therapist in your area, finding the time to go to an office to make an appointment. No. BetterHelp lets you do this at home through your computer, and it's just a great way to figure out all of the best needs for you in this therapy space. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to betterhelp.com. That's betterhelp.com/netters, and you are going to get 10% off when you sign up. It's BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/netters. BetterHelp makes it easy to get matched online with these qualified, unbelievable therapists. Get on there today. Again, new year doesn't mean a new you. It means a less burdened you. Sign up today.
We are back, and I had a slow morning today, gentlemen.
Did you?
Yep. I think, well, you were sick.
Yes.
And Paige was sick. Paige got everybody sick.
Paige got everyone sick.
Yeah. Paige came in here sick and got everybody sick.
I'm looking at you. Shame on you for coming in sick. You work too hard. Take a break.
So then everybody was sick, and then Sandra was like, I'm feeling sick. And I was like, great. Because then that means I'm obviously going to get sick.
You and people, the listeners know, you and Sandra are two of the sickest people I've ever met.
Yeah. They call us the Petri dish.
There was a level of irony because the day I got sick was the day we were talking about sneezing.
Yeah.
And I was like 78
You're like,
sneezes.
I never
And I think I did 78
Did you
sneezes
get that
like
graph I sent
yesterday.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the graph was crazy. Yeah.
He hit his quota already.
I hit my quota for the year already.
So, and then we were at the Ducks game last night, and then I got back, and I had a bunch of work to do, but I was like, man, I'm gassed. I'm going to just go to bed and get up early and do it. But I'm not a morning person. Famously, I am not a morning person. So I got up, and my alarm went off, and I was in a deep, deep slumber, dreaming about Garnet Hathaway insanely. And then
Garney just can't hear this.
and then my alarm went off, and it ripped me from the pleasures of sleep. And I was like, dude, fuck that. And like hit the snooze button. And then it went off again. When did snooze change from 10 to 9?
I don't know, dude. But what I do know is I'm doing my best to not have a crash out in this discussion. I'm already doing my best.
9 minutes go by, it goes off again, and I wanted to go back to sleep, but I was like, I have so much shit to do. I have to get up. So I got up, and it occurred to me in that moment that snooze did jack shit for my life, for my happiness, for anything. And then I even read an article when I should have been working, but I was so obsessed with the snooze button that I read an article that was like, it's actually horrible for you because your brain, like, you're trying, when you wake up, you should like get up instead of be like, oh no, go back to sleep. Is the snooze button the single worst invention by humanity?
I think the alarm clock is in general.
And whoever made the jingle, the alarm clock jingle.
Yeah. Well, that's the talking about alarm clock jingles. The iPhone has the worst alarms ever.
Sean.
Everything sounds like a nuclear disaster.
Sean,
You gotta,
he doesn't know, Dan.
yeah, you don't
Sean,
know.
he doesn't.
You
he
gotta
doesn't know,
set
Dan.
up your sleep
We'll show you,
app
dude.
setting because
Yeah.
I wake up to the slow volume rising of delightful chirping birds.
Sean, wait till you see, Sean,
what?
wait till you see this, dude.
It's unbelievable.
This literally
If
changed my
you
life.
do the ones that are like, or like, yeah, that one, like that is a disaster.
Dude, and there's 1,000 options, and they're all horrific.
Yeah,
I've
they're-
never seen anything like
Well,
it.
I think some people need to be shocked awake.
Shock the body.
There should
Shock
be
the body.
that should be the replacement of a snooze. Is you have the
No.
you start off with the slow chirping
Yeah.
birds rising, and then if you don't wake up within 10 minutes, then you get the
Shotgun
nuclear
blast.
bombs
Yeah.
are about to drop on
Yep.
you. Alert.
You're usually so wise. I can't believe the grace of your setup. I thought you were going to be so on the other side of this.
Oh, wow.
Again, I'm going to try not to crash out. The snooze button is the single dumbest thing on this planet. And I'm going to be delicate here. People who use the snooze button are psychopathic, masochistic lunatics. And the human I love most on this earth uses it 50 times a morning.
Oh,
And I'm telling you, man, I love that woman more than anything. But when she is hitting the snooze button over and over and over again, there are times where I think about rolling over and just smothering her with a pillow because it is insanity. I'm like, I look at her and I go, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because, dude, she hits it intentionally like 9 times.
Right, yeah.
So she knows
Budgets for, like-
she's budgeting for like an extra hour of sleep or more, and it's just like I just got to hit that, and I'm like, we don't have anything to get up for. What
Yeah.
are you doing?
Dude.
And I'm glad that you researched it because it's like it doesn't help your body,
Dude,
You're
No,
not,
it definitely doesn't.
Because I would venture to guess that 90% of the people who hit the snooze button, that sleep you're getting in those next 9 minutes is like half awake because you're anticipating the next alarm.
Yeah.
So just fucking set your alarm for when you want to get up, and then get up. It is insane. And again, the most important person in my life, what she does to me every morning is cruel and unusual
Yeah.
punishment because I'm like, you're killing me.
Yeah.
You're doing this to me. It's awful.
There needs to be a better way for couples where one person can have an alarm and the other person is not affected
Yeah,
by
it's like
it.
the mattress firmness sides. You know how
Yeah.
some mattresses you can be like,
Yeah.
I'm making this side firm and this side soft.
Yeah.
It needs to be like an alarm just rings in one person's head.
Well, that's we're getting into Black Mirror
That'd be
episode type
gas,
stuff
dude.
here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Here's
it's
a question.
catastrophic.
I have one comment, one question. When I wake up, even if I'm not using a snooze button, I would say often, probably like half the mornings,
Yeah.
I'm up, but I'm just kind of like sitting there for a second. I want to just lie here for a second, and I'm going to get up soon in a few minutes. I just, let me chill. Maybe I grab my phone or whatever, but I just want to stay warm for a little bit longer. Sometimes I will hit the snooze button out of fear of accidentally falling back asleep. I don't intend to use it. I'm going to get up before it even goes off and then shut it off, but I just hit it just in case by accident I fall asleep and then it hits me and I go, oh, that was close.
So I do the same thing where I stay like awake. I have to be like in bed in that transitional period where I'm definitely awake,
Ease out
but
of it.
I am not awake and up out of bed yet. I don't think I've ever relied on a snooze button before. I think every time I've ever set an alarm, I've set like 4 alarms at like 2-minute intervals. And then I get up on the first one, but I'm so fearful that I'll miss the first one.
Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of a snooze button, though.
Yeah, it
You
kind of
created your own
functions
snooze
as
button.
a snooze
Yeah.
button, yeah. Only it's worse in every way.
Yeah, because you get the bomb every time.
Yeah.
The snooze is a little bit nicer usually.
Yeah?
The snooze alarm, I think, yeah. And then my comment is this, and I wonder if you could pitch this to Miss Alice, Dan. And shout out Quinny, my prep school roommate. He hated this, but I did this. Because, fucking prep school, dude. You remember, you're just getting up so early and you're so tired all the time that when that alarm went off, I was miserable because I always felt like it ripped me from the deepest depths of sleep because I was in such sleep deprivation. And so I would set an alarm an hour before I needed to get up and then set another alarm when I needed to, because the first alarm would rip me out of sleep. And I was like, oh, I hate my life so much. And then I'd be like, okay, well, go back to bed at least. And then when the second alarm would go off an hour later, I wasn't in such deep sleep that it was a little bit easier to wake up. I'd be like, oh, okay, well, let's go now.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind that. And if Alice is using an hour long of snoozes, at least you'd only have the 2 instead of
That's what I always say
the
to her.
ping every 10 minutes.
I don't want her to do either of those options, but at least do have one alarm set and then have another alarm set for an hour later, if that's what we're going to do here.
And then you're like,
because waking up 6 times in an hour.
Wait, so Dan, are you a morning person?
Very much so.
Okay, interesting.
So is she.
I feel like the world was crafted by morning people, and that's inconvenience for me because
Same.
I'm definitely a night person.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
also
listen,
so dumb. Morning people are like, oh, it's peaceful in the morning. No one's awake. And I'm like, so is the night.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. It's so crazy.
How does that make us idiot? I'm not calling you an idiot for being a night person.
You are the only morning person on earth who isn't like, oh, you don't understand. I get up.
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
I have my coffee.
Being
no
a morning
one's out
person is
yet.
like being vegan or something, where you
yeah.
gotta tell
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
about
You think
it.
you're better.
Yeah, so I'm actually surprised to hear that you're a morning person because you're very chill. You don't talk about it ever.
I don't. Yeah, I would never do that.
You were the only morning person I've ever met who doesn't like.
There's nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
the peace. No one's up. What I get? I've accomplished my whole day before you even wake up. And I'm like, cool, dude. How's your 8 p.m. bedtime? Pussy. It's fucking insane.
Listen, I don't do that, but to close on this topic, I will never understand the snooze button. It's crazy. I'm glad to hear you, because I do the when I wake up, I'm not a big shotgun out of bed guy. I sit up in bed to prevent the fall asleep.
Yeah,
nice. I actively sit up.
That's
like
good.
I
I should try
scooch
that.
up and I sit up.
I might get cold though.
Yeah, you have a disease.
Yeah.
So and that makes this harder. But I do sit up in bed. I'll grab my phone. I'll check emails, and I know a lot of people are like, "Don't go on your phone immediately." And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
You need sun. You need sun on your face.
I actually do subscribe to that.
Yeah.
I think getting out and getting sun on your body
Makes
early,
a huge difference.
It's real nice.
Yeah.
I like that. But the snooze button, if any of you babes snooze, I'm telling you, you're killing yourself.
You're dying. You're dying.
It's so crazy, man. You've got to stop doing that. Let's go into some fun things, and let's get some games going, CP.
Let's play a game. This game, for the new listeners, is called Trivia Factorial, where I have come up with a player, and I give Dan little trivia tidbits about said player, and we go down a list. The first one is hard, and it gets easier and easier and easier, and Dan at any point can stop me and guess who the player is. If he guesses it after the first one, he gets 10 points. The next one, he gets 8 points, then 6 points, then 4 points, then 2 points, then 1 point. If he guesses and gets it wrong, he receives a 0, and he gets no more clues, so you can't guess early unless you're sure. Dan, are you ready?
I'm ready.
For 10 points.
Which has never been done.
Correct. Making his debut on November 25th, 2013, he scored a goal on his first NHL shot on his first NHL shift against Hank Lundqvist, becoming the 7th player in his team's history to score a goal in his NHL debut.
I got it. But I'm going to wait for the next one. Okay, first goal on his first shot on his first shift in his NHL debut on November 25th, 2013.
So the real clue there is 2013.
Yes. So he is slightly
He's a
younger than I am.
He's a vet.
That didn't debut for the Rangers.
Yeah, and the clues are he's a vet and he doesn't play for the Rangers.
Okay.
Also, crazy how often that happens. Like, it's not a lot, obviously, but there's like a good amount of people that are like, oh, they scored it's like their first shot and they scored. You think that'd be never.
There's
like,
no game notes.
Yeah. And I'm like,
No
what
game
the
notes on
fuck?
the guy. That's why.
Okay, for 8 points.
Yeah.
He has 4 bronze medals and 1 silver medal across a U18, 2 World Juniors, and 2 World Championships, but he has never won a gold medal in an international competition.
Thanks.
That's such a good clue. Dan's not thinking next level, dude. That is such a good clue. That is such a fucking good clue. I can't even believe it. Dan, you got to go outside the box.
Great clue.
You got Dan. Here's the box.
I want someone to comment
Here's the box. Here's
if
Dan.
anyone got this on that clue.
That's an incredible clue. Dan, you're an idiot.
Yep.
Okay, so go to 6 points.
Yes, please.
6 points. He loves to collect hardware, having won 3 Art Ross trophies, 2 Ted Lindsay trophies, and a Hart trophy in his career. And a single Hart trophy. So he's a vet. He doesn't play for the Rangers, or he didn't debut for the Rangers. He's a good vet.
Yeah.
He's a decorated veteran, in fact. And we can go...
Say that hardware again.
3 Art Ross trophies, 2 Ted Lindsay trophies, and a Hart trophy. And I'm telling you, if you get outside the box on 8, you'll have it. You just got to get outside the box, and you are in the box, Dan. Get out of the box, Dan. Get out of the box.
This person debuted in 2013.
Yep.
So it stands to reason that this person is probably like 32 years old, 32, 33.
Yeah, fair. Something like that.
This person scored on That's not going to help.
Who cares? Yeah.
0 golds across Olympics, Juniors, World Championships. So probably not American, probably not Canadian.
How to get out of the box, Dan. How to get out of the box.
Also probably not Swedish.
How to get out of the box, Dan. Welcome to the outside world.
So this person is Finnish or Russian, in my mind. And this person is also apparently a fucking weapon. So they've got 1 MVP.
1 MVP.
3 Art Rosses.
3 times they've led the league in scoring.
And I think I can stop right there
And 2
because
times.
it's starting to sound like a person who should have 3 Hart trophies.
Minimum.
I stand by the second clue did not help me until now.
It was such a good clue.
Well,
Because once you realize he's not Canadian, U.S. or Swedish, you're like, oh, shit. Yeah.
But I was never going to get, as I was making fun of you, I was like, okay, it's probably not a U.S. or Canadian player.
Yeah.
But
That's
I was
a big
like,
hint.
but I don't have enough still.
For sure, but that's a great hint.
It's a great,
the clue should give you
good,
something.
It's a retroactive hint.
The clues, each clue should be hard, but should provide something, and that provided.
It's a retroactive hint.
Yep.
The player's Nikita Kucherov.
Ping! Nikita Kucherov for 4 points before going 58th overall in the 2011 draft. He made his professional debut playing 27 games in the KHL. For 2 points, he won back-to-back Stanley Cups in 2020 and 2021 and gave an epic shirtless post-game interview.
Yeah.
And for 1 point, he truly hates NHL All-Star Games and NHL award shows. And who can blame him since he's been robbed of 2 straight Hart trophies?
Yeah. It's true. Nikita Kucherov, incredible player, incredible episode, fun stuff. Folks, we've got amazing interviews coming for you very, very soon. Fun stuff, NHL players and actors coming on. It's going to be very, very fun. Have an amazing weekend. Take all of those Professor Puckline picks to the bank. Enjoy them. Use them. Go on to the shop. Get some merch.
Oh, yeah.
If you want. Subscribe to the YouTube. Do all the things. We love you, babes, so much. Have an amazing weekend. We'll see you next time. And until then,
Skate hard!